In the final stages of cancer, my only chance at life-saving chemotherapy was bought out by Frank and given to Rachel, who was in the early stages. I gave up on the doctor's life-saving plan and swallowed strong, pain-blocking medication. The price was organ failure and death in 3 days. During these 3 days, I gave up everything. When I handed over all my hard-earned assets to Rachel, my parents smiled with satisfaction. When Frank presented the divorce papers and I signed without hesitation, he sighed and said I was very understanding. When I pushed Lily to call Rachel Mom, she excitedly said Mom was the best. Even when I gave all my properties and assets to Rachel, they didn't notice anything wrong. They just looked at me with contentment and said, our sensible Chloe has finally come back. But I'm also curious, will they remember me after I die? Under the doctor's pitying gaze, I swallowed the pain-blocking medication. I had 3 days left to live. After taking the medicine, I went to Rachel's hospital room. Inside, Dad was peeling an orange for Rachel while Mom chatted with her. When they saw me enter, the smiles on my parents' faces instantly turned cold. What, done pretending to be sick and here to pick on Rachel again? Chloe, I'm warning you, don't you dare bully Rachel while we're here. Dad glared at me, his tone icy. Our Wilson family has always had strict discipline. I don't know where you learned such bad behavior, being jealous of Rachel, and even trying to steal her treatment opportunity, Mom scolded, pointing at me. If I had known, I never should have given birth to you. In a corner, hidden from my parents' view, Rachel smiled at me, her eyes full of provocation. I lowered my gaze. I had heard these words from my parents countless times before. In the past, I would have argued with them and exposed Rachel's true nature in front of everyone, even though my parents never believed a word I said. But now, I was tired, too exhausted to fight anymore. Well, it's good you're here. I have something to discuss with you, Dad spoke up. I smiled faintly. Dad, I have something to tell you too. Doesn't Rachel want my store business and company? I've thought it over. She can have it all. Dad was stunned for a moment. Mom also looked at me in surprise. How did you know I was going to talk to you about this today? You agree? I forced a smile. No wonder they were shocked and kept confirming. Rachel had wanted my hard-earned businesses for a long time. My parents had said all kinds of things, good and bad, trying to get me to hand over my life's work to Rachel, but I had always refused. Now that I was dying anyway, these things meant nothing to me. Seeing I looked serious, Mom finally smiled in relief and stepped forward to pat my head. You finally come to your senses. Rachel has always been more talented than you, even when you were in school. Although she's sick now, her financial management skills are better than yours, Mom said. We'll feel much more at ease if you let her take over your stores and company. I forced another smile and handed the transfer documents to Rachel. After seeing Rachel sign, my parents happily held my hands, calling me a good child over and over. I felt a hint of bitter irony in my heart. How laughable. Only when I gave in to Rachel would Mom smile at me, but I was also curious if Mom discovered Rachel's true nature after I died. Would she and Dad regret it? That evening, I returned home to find my husband Frank and daughter Lily cooking in the kitchen. Perhaps because of my late-stage cancer, I closed the door softly. The father-daughter pair seemed not to notice, laughing as they cooked together. Frank turned around with a plate of food and saw me. His smile froze for a moment before returning to normal. Chloe, when did you get back? I didn't hear you come in. I silently looked at the dish in Frank's hands. Stir-fried vegetables, Rachel's favorite. The presentation rivaled that of a professional chef. How ironic. I was about to die, and only now did I learn that Frank, my husband of 5 years, could cook. In the past, he always complained about my cooking. Under Frank's influence, Lily gradually started criticizing me too. I had worked so hard for this family, but in the end, I didn't earn an ounce of respect. In the past, I might have started screaming hysterically by now, but now I just calmly walked past them and sat on the couch, sorting through the things in my bag. Seeing my silence, Frank hesitated for a moment.